Writing a poem is a discovery. Reading a poem is an exploration of the world in the poet's view. Hearty welcome to you all. We are all here to witness the exploration done by our little children of the poems they are going to read to us. My Big Club Prime children of the phonics level 4 and 5 are here to showcase their reading talents in poetry reading. Their confidence in reading, voice modulation, and soft tone conveys the deep messages buried in each poem. Before we start, My Big Club has an exciting surprise for all the audience who are watching. Please stay until the end of the event to know what's the surprise. With no further ado, let's begin today's live event, Poet Pipers. Have you ever observed birds up close? Not only when they are flying, but even when they are resting or walking, it's a desirable pleasure to watch them. Let's hear such a beautiful description of a walking bird written by Emily Dickinson that will be read to us by Dega Prananya.
A bird came down the walk. A bird came down the walk he did not know I saw. He bit an angle worm in halves and ate the fellow raw. And then he drank a dew from a convenient grass, and then hopped sideways to the wall to let a beetle pass. Like one in danger cautious, I offered him a crumb and unrolled his feathers and brought him softer home. Then oars divide the ocean to silver for a seam, or butterflies of banks noon leap plashless as they swim.
Thank you, Prananya. Indeed, that was a beautiful description. Thank you for reading it. We're all in vacation time. It's the time we all love. But don't forget, one day we got to go to back to school, right? Gokul is here to tell us how he is prepared to go to school with his poem Back to School.
Back to school. Pencils, glue, paper and books. My backpack is filled to the top. I grab my lunch and gym shoes and make my way to the bus stop. I get to school and walk in. Walls are decorated. It's school and find my desk with my name. I am ready for back to school.
Thank you, Gokul. It's so nice to listen that you are ready for school. And the poem also sounded so exciting. There is something around us. It is always present, watching over us and covering us. Whatever the situation might be, it does not move from its place. Wondering what it is? Well, here we have Samyukta with the answer to this riddle with her poem that is written by Lily Stillman.
The lily Stillman 5. The sky is chained in one place, unmoving. The wind blows day into night, but the sky sits and watches. It is quiet. It is calm. The sky has a darker side that blinks against place. The world bounces around like a ball. Rain pours down to the ground. This thunder rumbles and screams until it sleeps. The sun rises and dips. Drifting leaves rest and children fell asleep. But the sky sits and watches. The sky loved the bird, wrapping it in a hug, taking care of it. The sky chained up. It is one place. It is here and everywhere, unchanging. Thank you.
Thank you, Samyukta. So the answer is the sky. It is never changing. Looking at the big things, we often forget to notice the little ones. Poems bring out the beauty of the tiniest of the creatures. Let's welcome Viyash to share such a poem about a little creature.
See the bag on the track. I will give you legs on the track. See him run, see him go. He did not like it, no. See him hop on the mop. See him hide, make me. I will stop, I will not track. You are safe, little bug.
Thank you, Viyash. So even a little bug feels safe with us, isn't it? Poems have made us see what the eyes cannot see and made us know what the minds cannot think of. Well, they do function more. Do you want to know them? So let's welcome Santosh to tell us more about poem.
Keep a poem in your pocket. Keep a poem in your pocket. And a picture in your head. And you'll never feel lonely at night even in the bed. The little poem will sing to you. And a little picture to bring to you. A dozen dreams to dance to you. At night, even in the bed. So keep a picture in your pocket. Keep a poem in your pocket. Keep a picture in your pocket. And keep a poem in your head, and you never feel lonely at night when in the bed.
Thank you, Santosh. We will remember to keep a poem in our pocket and also in our head. We are always amazed by the great, big, tall trees. They are great and magnificent. But even those mighty creatures had a humble beginning. Here we have Shrenik to share with us the humble beginning of a plant.
The little plant in the ark of a sea, very deep, so deep, a tiny plant lay fast asleep. Wake said the sunshine and creep to the light. Wake said the voice of the raindrop bright. The little plant learned and it was to see what the wonderful outside might be.
Thank you, Shrenik. So that's the humble beginning of a plant. The sky is above our reach, but do you know what's at our hands? The earth, of course. There's a special day that we celebrate Earth, which is called the Earth Day. And now we have Vibhusha to share a poem about the Earth Day.
Earth Day. I am the earth and the earth is me. Each bit of grass, each honey tree, each bit of mud and stick and stone is bread and muscle, skin and bone. And just as I need every bit of to make my body fit. So earth needs grass and stone and tree and things that grow here naturally. That's why we celebrate this day. That's why across the world we say, as long as life, as dear as free, I am the earth and the earth is me, written by Jan Yolen.
Thank you, Vibhusha. We will remember to celebrate Earth Day with more cautious. The lives of people living in different places might differ. We might not all be the same, but everyone is special in their own way. Let's hear a poem about a town boy from Manaswini.
The town child. I live in a town. It is crowded with traffic and food. There are buses and motors and trams. I was there where meals and laps. The houses all wait in a row. There is smoke everywhere. That I do not like the noises I hear. I was there where meadows every near. There is only one thing that I love, and that is the sky far above. There's plenty of room in the blue, far castle of clouds and me too.
Thank you, Manaswini. That was indeed a wonderful poem. There are times we've thought if we knew things earlier, we would have done something very differently. Mount Wyman also thinks that if he knew something, he would do what he wished to. Let's see his desire in his poem, If I Knew, that will be read to us by Janani.
If I knew, by Mount Wyman. If I knew a walk the miles are kept, no matter how large the key or strong bolt I would try so hard, it would open, I know, for me. Then over the land and sea were cast, I scattered smiles to play, that the children's faces might hold them fast for many and many a day.
Thank you, Janani. That was indeed a beautiful desire of the poet. Summer is always the best. The month of May always excites us. Do you know why? Because it's vacation time. We needn't wake up early for school or come home late from school. Homes become heaven. But I'm going to stop here and ask Pranav to tell us more about this with his poem, School is Out.
School is out by Lenore Hetrick. I'm practical. That's what I am. And I know why I like the month of May. I like it lots, for that is the month. We celebrate our last school day. Let the others have all the fits and spells about the beauties of the season. But I like May, cause school is out. And I'm not ashamed to tell my reason.
Pranav, that is so exciting indeed. Isn't the creation amazing? Doesn't it leave us in awe always whenever we think about it? Of course, yes. Toshika will now share a beautiful poem about the beautiful things around us.
All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful. The Lord God made them all, each little flower that opens, each little bird that sings. He made their glowing colors. He made their tiny wings, the purple-headed mountains, the river running by the sunset and the morning, the brightens of the sky, the cold wind in the winter, the pleasant summer sun, the ripe fruits in the garden. He made them every one. He gave us eyes to see them and lips that we may tell. How great is God Almighty, who has made all things well.
True. Thank you, Toshika. God has made all things really well. Children love to play with soap bubbles. But once a poet called Sahadev Sharma thought deeply about it. Wondering what it is? Then let's welcome Sri Sarva to read us the poem Life is a Bubble.
Life is a bubble by Sahadev Sharma. Life is a bubble. Sitting in the balcony, I saw a bubble of detergent dangling directionless, moves up and down with pace of the wind. I felt it is my life. I swings like a seesaw, like a bubble. It is very light. How all the colors of rainbow changing at a substantial speed. But I felt little low too. Thought the life of a bubble is very short, colorful, but it is very short. It depends on the wind, how long and how far. It would it 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 sustain its existence. So is my life.
Thank you, Sri Sarva. True. Our life is also colorful, but at the same time, it's very short. Thanks for the reminder. Flowers make the green earth more colorful. They spread color, fragrance, and most importantly, lessons of life that we have to learn. Lakshya will now read to us one of William Wordsworth's notable poem, Daffodil.
Daffodils. I wandered lonely as a cloud that flows high over valleys and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, continuous as a star, that shine and twinkle in the Milky Way. They stretch in never-ending line along the margin in a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in spiky dance. The wave beside them danced, but they outdid sparkling waves in a glee. Poet could not be gazed, but in such a just company, I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought forth when on my couch I lie in vacant or passive mood. They flash upon them in inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart fills with pleasure and dances with the daffodils. William Wordsworth.
Thank you, Lakshya. Indeed, your poem has filled us with pleasure. For everything, there's a season. And every season that begins comes to an end. And so is winter. Sri Raksha is here to share the poem Goodbye Winter.
Goodbye Winter by Betty Spence. Goodbye Winter, spring is in the air. Flowers are in bloom. You see colors everywhere. Birds build their nests. Branches way up high, but out my window, that loud bird woke me up again sigh.
Sri Raksha, that was a sweet farewell for the winter. We have heard so much about the earth and the creation in it. Does nature only have seasons? Well, no, even our lives have different seasons. Wondering what they are? Let's hear it from our next poetry reader, Sakshi.
Seasons of life. In William Shakespeare's play, As You Like It, one of the characters compares the world to a stage and to a play. A man is compared to an actor playing various roles in his life. All the world's stage and all the women mergely play. They have their exits and their entrance, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. Here's a poem in which poet use different metaphors to explore various stages in a person's life. How like the seasons in our life, we face sunshine, storm, and strife. As season comes, so they must go. We are enjoy with that flow. In spring, we start a journey new. When the flower blooms, the skies are blue. The trees are budding, the birds will sing. With youth and bloom, it's always spring. This summer soon, we are nature, face, love and kids, hope and career. It's harvest time, the success we seek. These sounds of summer leave us wake. In autumn, it calls to have its sake. The foliage falls and the hat turns grey. In the chill descent and soon the frost, we think perhaps things we lost. Old summer grip with snow and cold. We watch this time unfold. As now we are near time to go. And see lives after glow. Written by Joseph Anderson.
Thank you, Sakshi. That was a beautiful philosophy of life, beautifully written into a poem. The mighty creatures we see now were once little children. They have their own beauty too. Now we have one such poem about a little turtle that will be read to us by Daud Kabab.
Oh, little turtle, I am a little turtle. I cross also. I carry my house where I will go. When I get tired, I put it in my head, my legs on my tail, and I get to bed.
Thank you, Daud. That was a cute little poem about a cute little turtle. Do you know the difference between the earth and the world? The earth is where we live in, and the world is what we live in. Now we have Mridul to read a poem that describes about the world that a poet desires to be in.
I Dream a World by Langston Hughes. I dream a world where man, no other man, will scorn, where love will bless the earth and peace its paths adorn. I dream a world where all will know sweet freedom's way, where greed no longer saps the soul, nor avarice blights our day. A world I dream, where black or white, whatever race you be, will share the bounties of the earth, and every man is free, where wretchedness will hang his head, and joy like a pearl attends the needs of all mankind. Of such I dream my world.
Thank you, Mridul. I think we all have to adopt such a dream. Thank you for that beautiful voice modulation. Our dear little poetry readers deserve a huge applause. Children, this is for you. Thank you, children, for sharing such heartfelt poems that reminded us of many things. They've made us open our eyes, minds, and hearts to see the unseen and know the unknown. Dear audience, to see more such live events, please subscribe to our channel. With this, our event of today comes to an end. But before we close, do you remember the surprise I told you about at the beginning? Well, IB Club Prime is here to introduce English for Her, an English program exclusively for ladies. Here it is.
Mighty Club proudly presents English for Her, an English speaking course exclusively for ladies. And here is a great offer for you to conquer over your fear of speaking in English. So, thank you, viewers, for watching us. Do join us and get back for subscribe for more interesting things coming up. Thank you.
Thank you, audience. With this, our live event comes to an end. Stay tuned to My Big Club Prime